Folks, in my 20 years in the league, I've never seen anything like this. What's unfolding right now behind the scenes in Philadelphia is not just a typical offseason shuffle, not just a headline grab, but something that could redefine the NFC landscape in ways we never imagined. I'm talking about a seismic shift, something so massive, so audacious, that once it's fully revealed, the entire NFL will have to reevaluate what we thought was possible. And trust me, I have connections on the inside. I've been in those war rooms, seen the secret meetings, listened to the whispers of executives who are not used to leaking their plans. And right now, I can tell you, something unprecedented is happening. But before I drop the full revelation, I need you to do one thing. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and activate that bell so you don't miss a single update. Because what I'm about to unfold is only the tip of the iceberg. Only those who are truly in the know will understand the full scale of what's about to hit the league. This isn't just a rumor. It's a carefully orchestrated move in a grand chess game, and the players are moving fast. If you're serious about being ahead of the curve, stay tuned, and remember, there's an even bigger secret waiting just beneath the surface. What you're about to hear might shake the NFL to its core. Now let's dive deep into the Philadelphia Eagles, a team that, as of today, stands atop the NFC, champions of grit, resilience, and strategic genius. But behind that shiny record and the shiny Super Bowl ring, there are cracks. There are gaps that even a team as well-crafted as Sirianni's can't ignore. Their biggest weaknesses. I've examined every game film, pored over the advanced analytics, and talked to insiders who see what we don't. The Eagles have a glaring issue at the running back position, a position that, in today's NFL, is more critical than ever. The Eagles are built around a powerful offensive line, an unpredictable, explosive passing game led by Jalen Hurts, and a defense that's as stingy as it is aggressive. But even with all that firepower, their ground game, once their bread and butter, has been inconsistent. Miles Sanders left in free agency, and the duo of Kennedy Brooks and DeAndre Swift, talented, yes, but not the reliable workhorses needed for the postseason grind. Philadelphia's offense sometimes stalls when they need to control the clock or punch it in late in the game. That's the Achilles heel. And yet here's the catch. The perfect piece to fill that void is out there. A player who's flying under the radar but whose film and stats scream upgrade. Someone who, if acquired, could not only balance the offense but also elevate it to a new level. That player? Jeff Wilson Jr. Yes, Jeff Wilson Jr. And before you dismiss it as just another RB signing, listen carefully. This isn't just about adding depth or a short-term solution. No, this is about transforming the Eagles' offensive identity, about turning a good team into a championship favorite. Now let me get into the deep film breakdown of Wilson and why he's being discussed behind the scenes as a game changer. Jeff Wilson Jr., at 30, isn't a rookie or a flash in the pan. He's a proven NFL commodity with a career that combines versatility with durability when used right. Watch his tape from the 2021 and 2022 seasons with the 49ers. You'll see a running back with explosive power in between the tackles, capable of breaking through arm tackles and finishing runs with high-contact intensity. He's got a low center of gravity, which allows him to stay balanced even when met with defenders in open space. What truly makes Wilson special? His ability to check down and catch passes out of the backfield. His advanced metrics show a player with a YAC, yards after contact, average that surpasses many of his contemporaries. He's a tough runner and hard to bring down. His reception yards and touchdowns in 2022 underscore his underrated pass-catching ability, and his 2 rushing TDs in that season, combined with his ability to execute north-south runs, make him a perfect fit for a team like Philadelphia, which values a balanced attack. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Wilson has played with some of the best offensive minds in the league, Kyle Shanahan being the most notable. That experience gives him a level of football intelligence that's subtle but crucial. His vision, patience, and contact balance are skills that stand out even in a league filled with elite runners. When you think about scheme fit, you realize that Sirianni's offense, fast-paced, power-oriented, and heavily reliant on misdirection, aligns perfectly with Wilson's strengths. And keep in mind, the Eagles aren't just looking for a runner. They want a lethal weapon who can take the pressure off Hurts, help control the clock, and dominate in the red zone. Wilson's 18 rushing TDs in his career show he's got that nose for the end zone. Plus, his ability to impact in third-down situations and serve as a reliable check-down option gives the offense that extra gear, something that can turn a good drive into a game-winning march. Now, how could this trade actually happen? That's the million-dollar question. The NFL is a league of chess matches, and the Eagles, under Howie Roseman, are masters at manipulating the board. Given Wilson's recent limited usage, and the fact that he's on the fringes of the 49ers roster, the trade cost could be modest, perhaps a mid-round pick or a conditional late-rounder, along with some salary cap gymnastics. The 49ers, fresh off a Super Bowl appearance, have shown they're willing to make moves that improve their depth, especially with a player like Wilson, who could see his role expanded elsewhere. And the cap situation? That's where things get tricky but manageable. Wilson's contract, which was modest for a player of his production, could be restructured to fit within the Eagles' salary cap space, especially if they package a pick or two to sweeten the deal. The key is timing. With the draft approaching and teams always looking for that final piece, this is a window that's about to slam shut if not acted upon quickly. Let's talk about fit. Philadelphia's coaching staff is known for their adaptability. Sirianni's offense thrives on versatility. Running backs like Miles Sanders and later DeAndre Swift have shown they can excel with multiple roles. Wilson, with his balance of power and agility, would seamlessly slot into that mold. Plus, with Jalen Hurts' dual-threat style, defenses would be forced into tough decisions. Either respect the run game with Wilson or focus on the explosives from the passing attack. Think about it. Adding Wilson elevates the entire offense's ceiling. It reduces the pressure on Hurts to carry everything himself. It gives the Eagles a reliable, established veteran RB who can be leaned on in critical moments, something that could make the difference in a tight playoff game. Worst-case scenario, Wilson's presence freshens up the backfield, allowing Swift or Kenneth Gainwell to operate in more specialized roles. Best case, he becomes the steady workhorse that grinds down defenses and keeps the chains moving. And of course, the ripple effect. Imagine the ripple across the league if this happens. Rivals will start to sweat knowing that the Eagles are not just building for 2026, but positioning themselves as the team to beat. The NFC becomes even more crowded with championship contenders now eyeing the Eagles' secret weapon. The media will go wild, breaking down every detail, every move, every play Wilson makes in midseason. Now, what about the timeline? I've heard whispers from insiders that the Eagles are pushing hard. If the deal is to go down, expect it in the next 2-3 weeks, before the NFL draft kicks into high gear. The teams are working behind closed doors, and I wouldn't be surprised if we have the official announcement within days of this video going live. Because this isn't just a trade, it's a statement, a declaration that the Eagles mean business, that they're willing to make bold moves to secure their future dominance. So, what's your take? Are you ready for the Eagles to make this splash? Do you see Wilson as the missing piece to their Super Bowl puzzle? Or is this all just smoke and mirrors? One thing's for sure, if this trade happens, it will rewrite the league's power structure. It will elevate Philly to a level few predicted just months ago. And I'm telling you, the real story is yet to come. Because behind all these whispers and rumors, there's an even bigger plan in motion, one so grand, so audacious, that it will shake the very foundation of the NFL. Stay tuned, because this is only the beginning. The next couple of weeks will be historic, and I'll be right here breaking it all down step by step. Keep your eyes peeled, your ears open, and your minds ready, because what's coming will blow your mind. This is the kind of move that legends are made from. It's the kind of secret strategy that only a handful of insiders know about. And soon enough, everyone will realize the Eagles are not just building a team, they're building a dynasty. And Jeff Wilson Jr. If this deal goes through, he might just be the catalyst that elevates them from contenders to champions.